I love BHS family. We are the Fobbs family, and I'd like to welcome you into our household as we celebrate Havdalah. Today with me, I have my youngest, Sanaya. Say hello. Oh, she's eager today. All right, so. So we're here to celebrate Havdalah, and we'd like to welcome you in. If you are a first timer and you're not familiar with Havdalah, allow me to introduce you to some of the elements. First off, Havdalah means separation. It's a ceremony or ritual that takes place after the Shabbat, and it concludes the Shabbat and ushers us into the next week. So let me tell you a little bit about the elements here. One, we have the wine, which symbolizes, well, in this instance, grape juice. But yes, go ahead. What are you about to say?
The sweet joy of Shabbat.
Yes. So yes, the wine symbolizes the joy that we experience on Shabbat. All right, and then we have the sweet smelling fragrance that has various spices in here that just smells so good to us, and that represents the sweet smell of Shabbat. Right, the lingering scent. You know, we long for Shabbat. After we conclude this one, we're gonna long for the next one, right? So the sweet smelling fragrance represents that. And then finally, we have the multi-wick candle here that is on his last leg, hanging in there. But it represents the family. It represents the busy family coming together. Also represents the light, Yeshua. So essentially, these are your elements for Havdalah, and these are blessings that you recite that conclude the Shabbat. So, with that, we would like to serenade you with our voices and conclude Shabbat. You ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam. Borei Peri Hagafen, Borei Peri Hagafen, Amen. Lai lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai lai la la lai. Lai lai la la lai lai la la lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, borei minei v'samim, borei minei v'samim, amen. Lai lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai lai la la lai la la lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai lai la la lai la la lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, borei me'orei ha'esh, borei me'orei ha'esh, amen. Lai lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai lai la la lai la la lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai lai la la lai. All right, so those are the blessings, and we go on next to Eliyahu. So if you're ready, we'll go with that. All right, here we go. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. Bimheira beyamenu, Yavo Elenu, Em Mashiach ben David, Em Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. All right, and with that, we conclude the Shabbat by extinguishing the candle. I'm going to go ahead and we'll extinguish this, even though I do want to talk to you afterwards. There we go. We got it. Just want to preserve the candle while we have it. So there we have it. There we can use the candle next week. All right. Before I send you off, I wanted to just talk about how Adonai's definition of good is different than ours. I had the pleasure of reading Micah this past Shabbat, and as you know, Micah's got some pretty powerful and passages that kind of hit you right to your soul. One of those, obviously, that came across is Micah 6:8, where he says, "He has told you, O man, what is good. What does Hashem require of you but to do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your Elohim?" If you don't know much about Micah, he taught in a culture that was characterized by adultery, immorality, and just flat outright rebellion against the Most High. Sounds a little bit much like today, right? But if you listen to what he's writing, or if you kind of listen to his writing style, Micah gives you a couple things when he writes something. He tells you one about the problem, and then he also tells you the solution right in that same passage or verse, and kind of in the question answer manner. So as you can tell here in this verse here, he says, "What does Hashem require of you but to do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God," right? So it gives you 3 action items, right? Because that's all action. To love justice, right? Which is obviously goes above, just the rule of law, but it requires us to live differently, to be set apart, right? Kodesh. Also, it requires us to love mercy, right? To give it when it's not always deserved, and to extend that mercy to someone that might be in need. And then last but not least, but to walk humbly with your God, removing pride and having a better attitude. And then obviously out of all of that, walking it out, right? So this week, I encourage you all to one, love justice, love mercy, and to walk humbly before your Elohim. With that being said, the Fives family here, we would like to conclude by saying, Shavuot Tov. Have a great week, and thanks for tuning in.